Okay, walk me home. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but that detention pond has some water in it. I knew we were getting a good amount of rain today. I wasn't horribly worried about flooding because this was a pretty quick system that came through. But we did have some street flooding apparently. This detention pond has a fair amount of water in it, I'd say 10 feet or, So there's also like landscaping bark in eddies and flows of mud all over the sidewalk as well. So I can tell it got a little interesting out here. But I was at work. I handed out 6 packets on the way to work. 3, I think, on the way home. So that was good. I got some clearance Easter candy, which I think was a mistake. I got the kind that had nuts in it, and I've been coughing some. So I think I need to bring my gloves in the war room and then just do up some bags with that candy in it and close them up and put them to the side. And then when I'm ready to do up candy in the morning, just add this up to those bags. One of my drivers, on off and on again regular, I get her like probably 3 or 4 times a month, was asking me how long it takes to do the candy. And I couldn't really tell her because I just kind of rolled it into my God time and I didn't want to sound like a pompous hypocrite. But I think the candy takes about half an hour. So, I will tell you I'd rather be late for work than skip the candy. That hasn't happened, but I've caught a later bus than planned. Unfortunately, I hear the coyotes, but I have my whistle, so I'll be okay. My boss has figured out I get there early, so she tracks me down and asks me to start early. So I'm gonna have some nice extra hours on the upcoming paycheck. Nothing like what I just got, but not bad either. And just looking around, it is never a bad idea. I'm wearing a purple poncho, a Frog Talk purple poncho I've had for a while, but it's pretty much done. So I didn't really need it going to work. It rained some, but it wasn't bad. And I had a handkerchief to clean off my glasses. At some point, I want to do a joints post on the handkerchief and the wet washcloth. I might talk about it now. You don't need to see a handkerchief and a wet washcloth. Get what I'm saying? So when I was a little girl, my dad always had a handkerchief, and he was always using that on me, if I got a scrape or runny nose or whatever. And he would use it to clean his dipstick when he checked the oil in his car. He would use it to clean my glasses. He would, I think he would lick the glasses and then rub it with the handkerchief, which was kind of icky. But he very fond of his handkerchief. He still has one. He still carries one to this day. And for him, it's just all-purpose, useful thing. And he also has bad allergies. And I think that's a big part of why he likes the handkerchief so much. So I try to carry a handkerchief every day, just because it has been useful. And one day I caught a spill at work, and I was in a hurry. I think it was the last bus or something, and I was able to just use the handkerchief to clean it up. I had to throw it out, of course, but there's something industrial going on in my life. But all the power's on, that's good. So, and then the washcloth. I had a lot of illnesses when I was like a kid, up to like age 12. And then, up to about 18, I would just get bad illnesses every winter. And stomach viruses and flus and colds and sinus trouble and just miserable fevers. And I had really bad anxiety at the doctor, so mom would just treat me at home. And this is my adopted mom. And so she had 3 kids of her own, and she would get a wet washcloth for me and put it on my head, and it always made me feel so much better. And even now, if I get a migraine or something, I'll get the washcloth and put that on. That always helps. Very, very useful thing, very soothing. And the nice thing is there are no interactions. It's 100% okay for every single person on the planet. And, I like things like that. And Ron never really liked that kind of thing. What Ron would do when I had a migraine, because I had bad food-related migraines and hormonal migraines too. The combination is pretty bad. And hola, buenas noches, long night at Tienda Loca, huh? Yeah. Oh, neighbors. So so what he would do, at least sometimes in the beginning, definitely before the accident, is I would get the migraine, I would be vomiting, and he would come up behind me, and he would pull my hair off my neck, and he would blow on the back of my neck while I was getting sick, and he would basically tell me what a poor baby I was, and that always made me feel so much better than any pill. And he just stopped for some reason, and I kind of got defensive at some point and just learned to take care of my own needs. But it is nice to have somebody feel sorry when you're sick, which is why I like to send mom and dad a Walmart delivery care package, groceries or whatever, when they're not feeling well. So, gifts is a big, big love language for me. So, it was funny tonight. I had one coworker who just doesn't like me right now, and not my fault. I did everything I could to make overtures. I bought candy. I told her what it was, in case she didn't want to take it from me. She could at least take it from this location. But as far as I know, she didn't. And she was very angry. But I had another one, and she brought me several gifts today, including a bottle of perfume. And one of my other friends was like, "Oh, I want to smell it." I said, "Well, not near me, please." And she said, "Really?" I said, "I don't know if this thing is going to be a headache trigger or not." The other lady wasn't around. I said, I need to try this at home on my day off and see if it'll be okay before I wear it. I said, because if I get sick on the way home, that's going to be real bad. And I said, "Oh, okay." So she went off in the corner and sprayed it on. And, a couple minutes later, she came back. She said, "Oh, this is really nice." So we'll see. Oh, sorry. I got wobbly. But, yeah, so I'm headed home. I just passed the halfway point, which is good. And the nice thing about the Latino neighbors, they weren't judgmental when I walked by, wearing this very old poncho with my hand cart. I look homeless, and I would talk to the dog, but it's pretty late, and I don't want to bother the other neighbors. But that was very sweet of them. They can be a little loud sometimes, but they've got good hearts. And I really hope and believe that God is imputing things like this to me, that, there's good in everybody. So I just need to focus on that and focus on my assignments, like the 9 I had today, plus whatever I did at work, helping out people, whether they were nice to me or not, and, that kind of thing. There's that toad again, or whatever it is. Some kind of amphibian. There's a car passing too, and we're gonna let him go. I don't like to be in front of people in a hurry, whether it's someone on foot, someone with a shopping cart, someone with what we in Walmart slang call a riding cart, or a vehicle. I don't get in front of them. So what's going on? I am off tomorrow. That'll be good. I am beat. I need to figure out something to eat before I go to bed so I can take my medicine. Oh, and I remembered to get more magnesium. And this is a weird thing for me. I think I talked about how the Bibles, I will like take 10 out of my box and it's full. I mean, it's full when I take them out. And then I turn around and it's still full. And I've got the 10 stacked out ready to go. I tend to do about 10 English a day lately. And it's crazy. And it also, with the vitamins, I've noticed. I got vitamins back in like December. And they were only supposed to last for 2 weeks. And they're still going strong in April. So, that's all God. So, thank you, Lord. And I take my magnesium, the butterbur, and the feverfew at night. Those are all migraine prevention herbs. The magnesium helps with stress and helping me sleep. It's a mineral. It's not addictive in any way. I'll probably take some vitamin E also. My arm, I knew it was going to rain today because my arm was very, very unhappy this morning. The old injury from last March. And I knew it was going to be bad because my arm does not yell at me unless we've got severe weather coming to Houston and we've got hours of trouble ahead. So that could be useful. Early warning system. But I'm not looking forward to the next hurricane. That's not going to be a good day for my arm. But Ron used to have trouble with his leg because the impact was on his right side on his lower leg and chest. And so he would have trouble with that. But yeah, I'm almost home, so that's good. I don't need to check the mail. Mail did not come today. I might have a package, we'll see. The cats are inside, so I don't need to worry about that. I'm sorry I'm jerking around here. I got some stuff like cat food today at work. And some candy and things. I also have started bringing whole Bibles wrapped up in plastic so they don't get damaged by weather like today. Sorry, this hair is driving me nuts. So I have more stuff in the cart, but so I'm not pulling with the right arm. The right arm is not happy right now. So yeah, it's a little heavier, but that's okay. And I'm just gonna roll it in the house and eat something, take my medicine, and go to bed, and worry about everything tomorrow. I don't even know what I'm doing tomorrow. I work Tuesday. I'm off Wednesday, so that opens different doors. But it's good. Something's very well lit in my yard. Oh, my neighbors are very lit up. Okay, let's see what's going on. Okay. I'm number 4. And it appears that number 6 and number 2 are very brightly lit. So we have power. Yeah, number 2. The floodlights are on by my house. It's extremely bright. Here, let me show you. I don't know what the deal is with the Christmas lights on number 6. I don't ask questions. I don't care. They're mostly quiet these days. So, I'm just gonna go, but you can hear and see we still have runoff, and the last rain was a couple hours ago. So, yeah, that is very well. Yeah, water is pouring into my yard. It's a gutter that's naturally like it does when it rains a lot, so that's good. I have good drainage. I'm also up on a slight incline, so I don't flood as easily, which was a good selling point when we were looking at houses. We wanted something like this. I didn't want something flat down at the street, especially in Houston. That's just stupid. So, let's have a look. Yeah, there's a lot of little twigs and things in the yard. So I'd say we probably had like 20, 30 mile an hour gusts. Doesn't look like it was too crazy though. House is still here. My snack box is on the porch. My garbage can is open. Okay. So blew the lid off the lid up on the garbage can. But it didn't. I'm gonna close this. I'm gonna be friendly closing it. That's how you do it. Nobody likes the butthead neighbor slamming the garbage can around in the middle of the night. And just because I'm up doesn't mean you're up. So let's see what the snack box did. Snack box is fine. Maybe had a bag of chips taken, which is fine. That's why it's there. I just figured maybe somebody's having a bad day. They come along and, they just want a snack, There's a young man I know in particular. I kind of have him as he has my attention, for lack of a better word, because I didn't turn my light on. Don't need to really. Hi, there goes Cleo. He's just been, I notice him, I guess, when he comes by. He's always like pacing around, and he like wears like pajama pants and an old t-shirt, pacing around constantly through the neighborhood. And I don't know whether he has like an anxiety disorder or some kind of neurological thing going or what, but I don't know how to describe it. I don't guess I have a burden for somebody, but he's on my list, for lack of a better word. So, yeah, maybe he came by, which is fine. And I have gospel things in here. So, they can get the gospel if they want, or they can just get a snack. It's up to them. That's how I operate, It's here if you want it. I don't generally just put it on somebody. Here, take this. But there was a guy tonight on one of my buses. I've seen him. When I get off at 9, I see him sometimes. And I just, you know what I'm going to do? My whistle. The whistle can go anywhere. I like that. This is really ripped, So I have another one, and we sell these at work for like $4. So I'm gonna go and throw this in the trash, because why bring this in the house and then take it out again? That's just not smart. And also, all my drivers had the heater on. It wasn't cold. It's very unpleasant. And I'm just gonna take this off. I wore some very cute joggers I got on clearance years ago. They're like a athletic wear, 16, 18, and they're like a trouser type pant with a jogger bottom, and they're very cute, and I like them. They're very light and comfortable. These will be great on really, really hot days, because my boss wants long pants, year round, which is fine. They're paying me. I'll do what they want. But I would like it if I could wear like the long shorts. But so this would be great in the summer. Also, I thought it would be good on a rainy day because they dry quick. And I didn't really get wet though. Thank you, Jesus. Hi, you want to come in? Come on. Come on. Cleo doesn't know what she wants to do. So, I had these, but they don't have a back pocket. So, I was kind of limited in what I could carry today. And I wanted to bring my protection items. And so I had those in my coat, my jacket rather. And then I just had my wallet and keys in the pants pockets. I have had to evacuate work more than once. And they don't want you going to the break room to get your stuff. You go out with what you have on you. So I have to at least have my wallet, my bus pass, my keys. So, hi. Hello. Hello. Mr. Kitty Cat, I hope you saw him. So, come on. He wants to go out with Sissy. Yeah, I don't know why she's got it all lit up like that. But, it's okay. Everything's good here as far as I can tell. So, yeah, so these are when I went through a lot of my clothes. I realized I was wearing a men's 2X shirt. And I am currently a woman's extra large. So that is like 3 sizes larger than I need. And it was just it was the look of a woman who had given up. And I haven't given up. And I want to look, I want to look like a child of the King. That I'm proud to carry the name of Jesus, that I'm proud to be a member of God's family, not that I've given up and I'm just waiting to die kind of thing, which is how I dressed for a long, long time. So, this is what I wore today. We'll see if it works. Alrighty. You see a little stomach, but it's not too bad. And the cargo pants. And the back end isn't bad. And so they're not, they're not tight, and my butt does not look as big. My friend took a little video of me today, and I was surprised, I didn't look bad. So, anyways, so I went through all my stuff, and I have a whole laundry basket full of stuff that doesn't fit anymore. The large underwear that was just bagging on me, the t-shirts, all that stuff, and I just have stuff that fits now, like this, extra large. And I have some large things that fit now, so that's good. And so I can wear like a men's large t-shirt or a woman's extra large right now. So, and this is this is actually a 2X t-shirt, Champion. I don't know how I ended up with a Champion t-shirt. I don't do name brands ever, but it's pretty snug. So I don't know. I don't think it would have been a good look if I was that big. So I'm glad I'm wearing it at this size. So anyways, that's it. Oh, and there is the famous washcloth ready for action. Okay. Alrighty, that's it.